Oh my, Chris Redfield. Alright, guys, so welcome back. So, just like usual, this is something I like to do, just simply talk about the costumes that we've gotten over some of the events. And yeah, we do have a new batch that I do need to cover, so actually, you know what, let's just get straight into it, man. Hey, also, before we get started, man, I would ask that you like the video, or dislike it, or say nothing in the comments. Or you know, better yet, tell me which costume you thought was the best looking, especially from the Resident Evil collab. I would like to hear about that. And subscribe. Alright, so the first skin we're going to be starting off with is actually Enwa's Day Off skin. Now, granted, the funny thing with this one, man, I don't know why, this would probably be the last Nikke I'd ever expect to be wearing a dress like this, but hey, man, I gotta say, Enwa definitely pulls it off. And one thing I do like about this dress, and if you heard me talk about these things before, I do appreciate a little bit of the background, like kind of like Azur Lane does, like you get like a new background with skins. But yeah, for Nikke we can hardly ever seem to get that, but I do appreciate the background, like with the plant. I mean, it's a very simple, basic background, but hey, it's a background, and I think it works. You know, from the different color tiling on the floor to the plants and a little I guess like a rectangular pot right here, the fence, and you know, some trees in the background. I do appreciate that. But also, let's not forget the you know, awesome detail of the fact that there's a mole on her leg. I mean that the dress is see-through partially. But granted, overall, man, actually, I really do like this costume. I think it looks really good. It actually makes Enwa look very, very pretty, so I will give it that. Also, the good thing, it was also a free skin. Granted, you have to pull the character, but I mean, almost anybody can pull her, and plus, she's in the standard pull, so even if you don't have her, you'll get her eventually. So I definitely gotta say, man, it is a very good looking outfit. Not much more I can say about that besides there's some little details here and there, like a little bracelet that she, or I think it's more like a something for the hair to tie it up. I could be wrong. And then the watch on the other wrist, it does look nice. And maybe a little thing right here on the like a headband on her hair. Again, looks nice. Not much forehead. It looks pretty good, man. It's just a very, very pretty outfit. So let's go on to the next girl. Alright, so next up we got Julia's Summer Romance skin. And granted, I wouldn't say it's too different from the default skin, just very different in terms of the fact that it looks more like she just kind of like took off what she was wearing before and maybe just slightly altered it along with the violin case, or weapon case really. But I will say I definitely do like it. Also, I don't think I actually covered this costume when I originally did the last costume reviews, but I could be wrong, so I am throwing it in here just in case. But overall, man, I do like the way it looks. Unfortunately, it's definitely not worth the $20. Well, I would say it's more like 10 because you do get some goodies with the pass. So, but again, I don't really think it was worth the price, but I did get it because I do have a soft spot for Julia. There isn't much I can say really about the details again, just besides the little overall added designs to the weapon case. Kind of looks like a giant cock, but that's just me being dirty. On that, just like a little flower being added to her leather choker or whatever the hell she's wearing on her neck. That's really all I can say. But maybe like the little beaded things, like the beaded things going around her waist. That's really all I can really point out. And yeah, there's not really much I can say. But hey, it's Julia. She looks good in it. That's all I can really say. Alright, so next up we got Kay's undercover outfit. Now, granted, it is probably not the sexiest outfit, but I do appreciate it overall. Kind of like how they're going for like the London police thing. That's kind of, I don't know, I kind of like that for some reason, but that's just me, I guess. But I do like the way the skin looks. Not very much added. Well, I mean, there actually is quite a bit added. I'm just not looking at the whole picture, I guess. But I mean, she's definitely got the gear for being someone who's gonna be, you know, being like a cop or something. Although funny thing enough is that if this was really a UK police officer, she would not be having that much gear on her, and then probably arresting a bunch of people for stupid shit. But overall, man, I do like the way it looks. Granted, I think I still prefer her default costume. I think that one's a lot more sexier, but this one you do get a little bit of cake, so I do appreciate that. But I gotta say, man, she actually does pull it off pretty well. Like, I can actually see Kay actually wearing this shit. I don't know why, I can really see her wearing it. But other than that, I mean, besides, you know, the gear that she has, like for the tactical vest on her chest, that's really all I really can point out. Besides the hat that she's wearing, I don't actually notice if they actually changed any details on her guns. I don't think so. Although, funny thing about that, speaking of her guns, I didn't realize she's rocking P90s. I don't know why, but I guess it's because like the spike like fucking brass knuckles she has on there. Like I was like, huh, I wonder what the hell she's using. But other than that, yeah, I think the shoes are just a little bit different from what she wears from her default skin. And other than that, yeah, there's really not much I can say about the outfit. Granted, I do like the way it looks. No background, but I like it. I'll definitely be getting it. Oh my Chris Redfield. Alright, so next up we got Radiant Rabbit for Bay. And damn, there goes the monetization. But overall, man, I mean, this leaves very little to the imagination. But hey, man, we can all appreciate it. Like, holy shit, man. There's really not much you can say about the outfit. I mean, there are some things I can think of right to the bat as soon as I stop gooning, but yeah, like the one thing right here, like with the drinks being on there, and then also like this little leather rope or chain, extending something on the back of her. I can't tell what it looks like. She's holding a card, but it kind of disappears whenever you click on it. It looks like a card. I really can't tell. Because like whenever I click on her, she does like a little stretch or whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, I really can't tell, and I swear it's not because I'm gooning. I mean, really, man, if you really think about it, she's basically just wearing napkins to cover her titties. But it's a really sexy outfit, man. I mean, that's basically what the skin is for. Like, holy shit. Like, so if you weren't a fan of Rouge's skin, hey, bro, you ain't fucking well with Bay. Like, damn. Let's just go on to the next girl, man. Alright, so next up we got Rouge's Unlucky Rabbit skin. Granted, I do know there's a little bit of like controversy behind the skin, but I really don't give a shit about giving my thoughts about it. Which is kind of stupid of me to say because I'm giving my thoughts about it. But I will say, man, the skin is very nice. I do like the way it looks. Rouge definitely got some big ass fucking titties. Like, definitely do appreciate the pasties, but I mean, it wasn't really something I was really going to give a shit to pull with. Granted, I'm not really a big fan of Rouge, but that's besides the point. Now, one thing I will say is I do appreciate the fact, again, there is a little bit of a background. Like this fancy-ass looking fucking chandelier in the background. Overly designed, but it looks pretty good. Even though it's kind of blurry, you can still see it, and yeah, you can tell this is some luxurious shit right here. Table looks pretty cool. Look, the little fact there's a little bit of chips on the floor mat. That is, again, I know it's just minor details, but again, I appreciate that because they're there. Also, one thing I'm noticing, I didn't realize there's actually a heart symbol on the sole, or not the sole, but, or I guess it is a sole on her fucking high heel. So hey, there's that. So overall, I mean, the skin is really fucking nice. I love how the cards have 777 on them. That's pretty dope. Damn, man. Yep, her titties are definitely nice and jiggly. Damn. But yeah, man, this is definitely another Gooner skin, and you know, man, there is not much I can say about it. I mean, I'm looking at everything, and my guy, you can already see where the hell this is going. And yeah, let's just go on to the next character. Oh fuck yes! Alright, so next up we got Exia's Hacker Rabbit skin, and if you know me, man, I am an absolute fanboy of Exia. I fucking love Exia. She is my #1 girl, and I absolutely fucking love this skin. Like, Chris Redfield, have mercy, but a fucking bust. Again, not much you can say about it, not much of a background, but again, I definitely appreciate it. And it's kind of funny to see Exia in a bunny girl skin, which is funny because if you paid attention to the event, she was like the most chill one about wearing one. So hey, man, best girl is definitely the best in my heart. I fucking love it, man. Again, there's not much details. Maybe some little buttons by where her titties at. Little black and blue ribbon, which I do like the combinations of that color. It actually fits her pretty well, black and blue. I do like the way it works together, but other than that, yeah, there's not really much I can add to this. Maybe it's like some little fur balls on the fucking where her fucking pigtails are at, or I guess dual ponytails. I'm not sure what the fuck you call it, but I absolutely love the way she looks, man. She looks fucking amazing. I also like the little thing the hairpins that she has on, but I think she's already had those on by default, if I'm not mistaken. Just a little bit extra ones because of the bunny skin, but that's about it. Right, so next up we got Ada Schlong's Separate Ways outfit. Now, if you heard me talk about this in the nut ratings, yeah, I'm not really too fond of the fact they used the Resident Evil 4 fucking remake version, but I mean, it's there. I mean, I understand what Capcom's trying to do, but I still don't care for it at the same time. I would have much rather that they would have stuck with the OG Resident Evil 4 version, but in terms of the outfit itself, I mean, it definitely makes her curves stick out, just like the Resident Evil 4 remake version, so it does look good, I will give it that, but it's just one of those things, like, it's kind of just there, and at least you get it, you don't actually have to buy it, you just get it as soon as you get the character, so, well, I guess in a sense you did buy it, because you have to get the character first, and if you got unlucky, hey, cough up some gems, bitch. But yeah, that's all I got to say about that. Let's go on to the next one. And the next one is just simply called Dress, which is, again, based off the Resident Evil 4 version. Would have been so much better if the OG version, but alright, fuck it, I guess. But granted, I mean, the skin does still look pretty nice. You can still see the curves, they're pretty good. I just like, the design of the dress is nice, I have to admit it, but other than that, there's really not much I can say. Alright, so next up we got is Jill's classic outfit, which is based off Resident Evil 3, but I'm pretty sure well, I mean, they're still very technically the same, but I'm pretty sure this is the remake version. I'm pretty sure the original didn't really have that thing looping around her skirt. I think she's actually wearing a skirt actually in the fucking, in the remake version. Pretty sure the OG was actually a skirt. It's been a very good while. Granted, she still does look really good. I would definitely say in OG Resident Evil 3 and remake, she was not that thick, but I do appreciate Shifto doing it. She still looks really fucking good. But overall, I mean, the skin is pretty nice. I do like the way it looks. Again, it's a callback. Just not the original callback, but it's definitely a callback. And other than that, that's really much all I can say about that skin.
You and I will take down the torch of
so, last up we got is Jill's battlesuit from Resident Evil 5. Chris Redfield, have fucking mercy. Alright, so, yeah, man, this is definitely one of the sexiest. Well, you know, it's probably the sexiest version of Jill, actually. Second would probably be from Revelations, you know, which is basically just a battle suit, just not as tasteful, I guall. But overall, man, I gotta say, man, it is a very good looking costume. And if you know anything about Resident Evil 5, you know what? Let me tell you something real quick. If you haven't played Resident Evil 5 for whatever fucking reason, fuck you, go and play that fucking game. But also, if you like looking at Cookie, if you get Jill's figure, you can actually see the Cookie, and I'm not even fucking around. You actually can. Can't show it here on YouTube, but I 69% guarantee you, bro, you can see the Cookie. Or there should be a video on YouTube. Someone has to have posted it, but yeah, you can see Jill's Cookie. So you can thank me later, or you can just tell me to go fuck myself. I don't really care at this point. But overall, man, I do like the skin. I definitely have to get it. It is fucking sexy as fuck. Again, I love the fact that Shift Up made Jill fucking thick as fuck, so I do appreciate that. And hell to the fuck yes, like, I am fucking really enjoying this. But yeah, so that's all I really wanted to talk about real quick, was just these skins, just to get my thoughts about them. Just something, again, I like to do here and there. One thing I will say, the next video will probably is going to continue with skins, but it's actually going to be continuing with Stranova, actually. That is one thing I do intend to cover, so that should be the next video. Even though I know it just sounded kind of weird saying like, oh yeah, that's going to be the next video. Like, and then I say it should be the next video, but but yeah, that should be it. And it'll probably just be, I'll be doing it by faction basis, so like the Scissors, POS, and then Urbino. But yeah, other than that, that's all I really wanted to talk about. So, you know, just before I leave, you know, like the video or dislike it, you know, say nothing in the comments, or tell me which costume you thought was the best looking, and subscribe. And then, man, hey, thanks for watching. Nut.